He's half dog, half policeman, and all hero. But can he stop chewing on the furniture? Today, we are diving into the colorful, chaotic world of Dogman.
Cut it out. Stop it. Will you get out of here?
Stick around to see if Seth can stump me with this episode's trivia question.
What was the name of Petey's robot? Was it A, 40 HD, B, 60 HD, or C, 80 HD?
And find out how we're going to rate this Supa-epic adventure. Are you going to take it home? Are you going to watch it at Grandma's? Or are you going to hide it in the attic? Grab your comic books and a bowl of kibble. It's time for another movie at Grandma's. Hello. Please come in. There's some fresh cookies in the cookie jar. There's a pitcher of Kool-Aid on the counter. Have a seat and make yourself comfortable. Welcome to Movies at Grandma's House, where we love to revisit the movies from our childhood to answer the question, does it still hold up today? And is it family-friendly enough that even Grandma will enjoy? And I'm your host, Isaac. I'm miserable.
And this is Seth. I can see my house from here.
Oh, it's great to see you, Seth. This is going to be a fun one, I can already tell. But just as a reminder for the fine folks at home, what is Grandma putting on to watch today?
Dogman.
All right, so we want to give you the proper spoiler warning going forward. If you've not seen this film, going forward, it's going to be spoiler territory, so consider yourself warned. Let's get a little more information about this film and some film facts. So Dogman was released back on January 31st, 2025. As of this recording, just about a year ago. It had a budget of $40 million. The box office, $145.6 million. Looking around at some reviews, IMDb is a 6.3 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes, 82%. Letterboxd has a 3.3 out of 5. Currently, as of this recording, you can watch it for free on Netflix. It stars Peter Hastings, Pete Davidson, Ricky Gervais, Isla Fisher, and many more. It's an association with DreamWorks Animation. And last but not least, we have to hear, how does Grandma feel about this film?
So Granny's family-friendly rating for Dogman is a B+ for thematic elements and crude humor.
So there you go. For the most part, family-friendly. It's got a few elements I'm sure we're going to touch on more. But we would love to hear from you, so make sure you leave us a comment below, your memories, if you went and saw this when it first came out, and your thoughts, your ratings, all that good stuff. Drop us a comment down below. We'd love to hear from each one of you. So let's get to it. This is only about a year old, one of the more recent movies that we've considered, but I'm interested. What are your first memories with Dogman?
So before this, I had never seen it, so it was completely fresh. It was another one of those fresh ones for me, and that doesn't happen very often, but I really appreciate it when it does.
Yeah, again, it's another recent one. I can say for me, this was just last year. There was a lot of ads for it, but I have, of course, my children, and they're big fans of the Captain Underpants series. It's kind of a spin-off of that. It's its own thing, but same creator and those types of things. So they were excited when this came out. I remember watching it, and I thought, yeah, it's a pretty good film. It's definitely centered towards children. It's got some jokes sprinkled in there I think adults can enjoy too. But a year can go by, things can change. So with that said, you've never seen it. This is a fresh take. What were your expectations going into it?
So I had seen the Captain Underpants, and I really enjoyed that one. So I was hoping that it would be funny.
Yes, that's one thing about the series, Captain Underpants, and the creator is it is funny. It's kind of got your toilet humor and things, obviously called Captain Underpants. What else would you expect, right? Like, it's got to be something in that realm. But yeah, I just wanted to come back to it and have a good time with my kids, see their reaction, because it is fun, even if I don't really love a movie, but if they do, it still can be a lot of fun. So that's all I was really hoping for. Just maybe it's as good as I saw it the first time and it doesn't lose that effect. Well, before we get into the plot, rewind, let's pause just a moment to hear from our sponsors. Hey, love movies as much as we do? Then bring the experience of the theater to your walls with movieposters.com. Whether you're into the classics, the blockbusters, or indie gems, they have something for every single film fanatic. As a listener of our podcast, you can save up to 15% on your order right now. Just use code Grandma's House at checkout. Head to movieposters.com and let's build your ultimate collection today. Okay, in this case, we're going to pull up streaming on Netflix, select Dogman, and make sure there's a space in it as Dogman, not all one word, and press play.
After an accident that leaves a policeman and a police dog fuse together to become Dogman, a crime-fighting super cop. Meanwhile, the evil Petey is up to no good and must be stopped. Join us as Grandma puts on another new movie.
There it is. This movie just comes out the gate swinging. That's the only thing I can think of. It hits it to 100 miles an hour and does not stop. This is one of those movies that is for this generation. It's just joke after joke after joke. Action, action, action. That's what hits me. The animation is kind of that similar style we've seen. We've talked about other ones. It feels like those types of movies. That's the big thing that stands out to me when I first watched this. That's my impression. But I'm interested. This is your first time going through it. So what's your first impressions?
So I love the animation. It was very unique. I love the humor, and it's definitely a cute story, although it had some dark moments. I think it was cute overall.
Yeah. This is the art style. You're going to recognize it. Going back to it's that Captain Underpants style. It's the comic books, those books that are really big with kids. They're all over. I don't know if you can go into a bookstore, if there's such a thing anymore. You don't really see bookstores, but you know what I mean? Where books are sold, they're kind of everywhere in the kids section. I've always noticed that. So I do like the art style. I think it comes across really well. It's unique. And like you said, there's a very interesting story. Who would have thought, just the silly, but it makes it work, of a dog, and a policeman getting in an accident. It's from Pete the cat. He set like a bomb up or something. See, I'm blanking on stuff, what's going on. But anyway, they get injured and they put this dog head on the policeman's body. It's kind of a dark concept. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I don't know how to describe what I felt when I watched it. It's just very different, and gave me a little bit of Frankenweenie vibes. I don't know if you saw that movie or not, but
I've heard of it.
It's a little bit similar style. But yeah, I don't know. That's a really strange combo.
It is, and the best way I can explain is the type of style this is going for is it's playful. Because my question is like, what happened to the guy? He's like, they say, we're going to have to replace your head. And he's just kind of like, okay, with the wrapping around his head. And then if you want to really break it down and think, it's like he technically dies because now it's the dog's head. It's the dog acting. That's what is about this movie is it's dog humor. He's got a human body, but he's acting like a dog still. He's still wanting to chase animals. He's wanting to play and those types of things. So if you turn your brain off, I think you can get on. But it kind of, like you said, I didn't know what to think about it when I first saw it because I was like, this is making it playful and fun for kids, but it's also got that dark tone to it. That's essentially the plot and the story is now this policeman and police dog, they're formed into one. And it's just going to be the comedy of this dog being like a human, quote unquote, but trying to stop this evil cat that's just always up to mischief. That's kind of his arch rival. And that's essentially it. But what'd you think of the story overall? What are your thoughts?
So there's not too much to think about when it comes to this plot, but they did convey a lot of emotion in some scenes, which I thought was really well done. But the story in itself is very simplified. I mean, it's about a bad guy and a good guy, and he gets fused with his dog. I don't know.
Nothing complicated, right? There's nothing complicated.
About the story.
No, there's a dead fish thrown in there randomly as another villain. But another dark thing to think about. There's just this dead corpse of a fish in a kid's movie, and they're kind of joking about it. I know that they say he's this evil fish, so they're feeling justified, like, well, he's dead, but then he comes back from this chemical, and that's a part of Petey. I said Pete before, but his name's Petey the Cat. He's trying to bring this fish back because he's so evil. That's what's going to help him carry out his evil plan, so to say. But I did laugh at it. I know it's dark, but they bring the fish back, and the chief, he's always yelling at Dogman, like, hey, stop that. That's where the joke's. But he turns around and Dogman's rolling in the fish that's dead. And he's like, hey, stop that. I'm like, it's so terrible. But I couldn't help but laugh. There was a lot of those jokes. It's so over the top silly, but you can't help but chuckle at a few of them. I feel like they're hit or miss. I don't think it's a home run every single time. I kind of was like, okay, this is a little too silly for me. Kids are obviously going to have a good time with it. But maybe just a random question to throw at you. What'd you think of the humor overall? I'm interested to hear your thoughts.
So when you can get past the dark elements of the movie, it's quite charming. There's a lot of different feelings that you get, but the humor pushes you through the difficult times. And so I like that. I thought they did that well. I watched this multiple times, and on the second watch, I kind of picked up a lot more of what's going on. So that was kind of cool.
Right. Yeah, because I enjoyed it for the most part. There's just, I think it was a little overdone at times. Like there's some jokes you've probably seen before and they were just playing on it. But like you said, it does move it along very nicely. It just don't dwell on this over here, but let's have some fun kind of thing. Exactly. That's a great way to put it. I agree with you. But there's some big stars in this with the characters. We talked a little bit about the, Dogman, but what'd you think of the characters, the voice acting and all that stuff?
So I'm not really sure, we brought this up already, but I'm not really sure how I feel about fusing a man and a dog together. But that being said, I really enjoyed the kitten, Li'l Petey, I think it was.
Yeah.
Was my favorite character. Is it the sheriff or the captain? Is it the captain? Played by Lil Rel. I thought was really done well. That was a really good, fun character with a lot of rage issues and a lot going on there, but that was so funny.
Yes. I agree. He's a great character. He bounces off of Dogman because, again, Dogman is this dog. So he's doing dog things, and he's that character that is being annoyed or bouncing off of that. The silliness is with the serious. Those type of characters, they usually work out well. In this case, I agree. It works out well. The voice acting is it's really good. And talking about I forget the fish's name, but I just know it's Ricky Gervais. He voices the fish. So you almost have this another evil English accent villain. I think there's a theme going on with that, but he does a great job. I mean, I think once he comes back, he's playing off of that silly humor. He makes that building turn into a robot-like thing, and he trying to say like, okay, let's go do this. And the building just talks gibberish. He's like, was that a yes? Those types of, jokes are throughout. I really enjoyed that. Isla Fisher, she's the reporter that's always right there every second along the way. And I don't know too much about the comic books, but I think she's a big character. So she does a great job as well. I think this is you just give him a nice round of applause. Like, good job on the casting. Pete Davidson does Petey the Cat. And I agree with you. His smaller self is like, if you want to know what it's like to be a parent, just watch those scenes with him interacting. I was cracking up where he's like, I got to use the bathroom. He's like, oh, just hold it. Did you catch on those kind of jokes?
I like that. I got to use the bathroom. And he goes, did he just go? No, I didn't go that time.
Oh, it's great. And I mean, I said at the beginning, he's like, what's wrong with you? Because he messes up the plan. He's just like, I'm miserable. Because he's like, what are you? He's like, well, I'm miserable. He's like, I want to be miserable too. So that's a funny running gag of kids. They latch onto what they see and hear, and they will repeat it. So I love that humor. That's where I say the humor can be hit or miss, but there's those deeper themes where I think adults will really appreciate it. Like, yep, that's what it's like having a kid, having a child. They're going to give you those like jokes in that way. I also like just throwing some more quotes out there. There's a lot. Like, that's another thing I'll go back to again. It's rapid fire. There's lots of quotes in this one. You're going to probably miss a bunch of them the first time you're seeing it. At one point later on, they're like, things can't possibly get worse. They're like, actually, we are out of toilet paper. I laughed at that one pretty well. And I like the also exploding mechanical squirrels. How evil can you be? Pretty evil. So I think there's some good humor. Like I said, it's pretty hit or miss, but is there any other quotes that you appreciated?
I didn't make any notes of quotes this time. I really should have, because this is a very funny film.
Yeah. It's kind of a good point, though. It's so fast. That might be a little bit of a knock. It just moves a little too fast. It's like a breakneck speed at times where you're just like, let me catch my breath a little bit, because there is some fun and some humor to be had in this. There's also some heart. I like the example of the flower, and he thinks it's a flower, but it's really a weed and mud, but it's saying how to look for the good and the bad. And that's with Petey's character, with certain characters that, spoilers, obviously, they become good at the end. They realize, oh, I shouldn't be this evil. It has a kind of a predictable plot going in that direction, but it works out nicely. I do like that element of it. So my only knock is I wish it wasn't so fast, like breakneck speed, like boom, 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 because there's other films we've considered that were like that. If it's your taste, your style, great. But for me, it's like, maybe I'm just an old man that's like, slow down a little bit. Let me catch my breath when it comes to the humor and those types of things. But yeah, anything else that you want to touch on?
So there's a scene that I really enjoyed. That was when the kitten, Li'l Petey, is talking to Petey's father. And there's lots of emotions, lots of great dialogue, and a bunch of stuff going on. But we see the two extremes. one respecting Petey and one that disrespecting Petey, I should say, and one that absolutely adores him. And I really appreciated how they did that because it's like it needed to be done because it needed to set up his character. So it needed to have some kind of arc in between to go off of. And I liked how they did that because they used Li'l Petey to kind of bridge that gap. And I think they did that really well.
I agree. That's what makes it feel earned. If it was
Yeah.
forced, like, oh, I realize I'm evil. It's more like over time he's realizing this is a clone of himself.
Yes.
And he even makes the remark like, evil runs through my genes, or, it's in my blood. But his clone is defying that. It's not who he really is, all with the humor and everything involved. But that's also where you see if you're paying attention, you see Petey's character progress and grow. And I like when they can do it well, because sometimes it feels forced, but I didn't feel it was done that way. So I agree with you. There's some heart to be had with this. There's silliness and your potty humor and all that for kids, but there's also some heart if you're looking for that in the storyline. All right. Well, I am ready for some fun facts. This is still kind of a recent movie, like we were bringing out. It's about a year old, but I'm still interested. What kind of fun facts you got?
All right, the first one I found was in the background of the police station, there's a bulletin board with a wanted poster with a crudely drawn stick figure wearing a cape. This is a nod to Captain Underpants.
Very nice. I was looking for that. I missed that. I was thinking they've got to do some kind of nod to just be, it's in that universe or style. So that's pretty cool. I'll have to look for that next time.
The second one I found was this is a DreamWorks' third superhero movie after Megamind and Captain Underpants.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I was thinking where that fit in. So they've done Captain Underpants. It makes sense that they would be the same studio then to do Dogman. I mean, that just goes without saying. But they did a good job. It has that nice progression going on.
All right, it's time for our fun fact trivia question. Are you ready?
I'm ready as I can be. I need to get back on the winning streak, so I'm ready.
I got a good feeling about this one. So, what was the name of Petey's robot? Was it A, 40 HD, B, 60 HD, or C, 80 HD?
Oh, man. That's actually got me.
Really?
I'm drawing a blank. Yes. This feels like one I should have remembered. Wow. My gut has not been good recently, but I'm going to still go with it. The 80 HD.
You got it.
All right. Yes.
That's it.
I got a little unsure there. So, okay. That's what I was thinking. It was like, you almost tripped me up with the 40 HD. I was like, it makes sense to do 80 HD, but maybe they did it as an offshoot to kind of fool you. That's great. All right. Well, I'm in the winner's circle. Let's hope I can keep it going. So not this time, sir. You didn't stump me, but we'll see about next time. All right. Well, before we get to our rating, we like to look around the net, just kind of see what kind of thoughts are out there. So, Seth, what kind of reviews are you seeing?
All right, the first user review we've got, I think all of these are repeat offenders, but the first one, I know you love this one. Do not come to the cinema depressed, says, fast-paced, smart, and witty, 10 out of 10.
Wow, they were not depressed seeing that movie. I can tell you that. 10 out of 10.
I
Wow.
love it. The second one is Plankton Rules, said, a decent family film that even adults can enjoy, 7 out of 10.
Very nice. I can agree with that. The adults might get a kick out of this. We'll get to our reviews more, but I can see if it's your type of style, your type of humor, even adults are going to enjoy it. It's really geared towards the kids, but yeah, give it a chance.
And then lastly, the mysterious reviewer says, a fun cop comedy, 7 out of 10.
Okay, so common theme there, 7 out of 10. Which we said that's still a good rating, so that says a lot about it. One other thing we like to do is put movies through the kid test. I have 4 children that are old enough that they can watch movies. I've got now a new addition to the family, 5 total. He's a newborn, so I don't count him, but the other 4, ages 10 and under. And I'm just going to summarize it. They all love this movie. They were big fans of Captain Underpants. It's got that potty humor, their age demographics. They're 10, 8, 6, and 3. They all love it. The 3-year-old is just kind of, he laughs with his brothers. He loves to just laugh with them. But there's some things that he was laughing about when watching this. I could tell he was really getting immersed into it. So it's pretty simply put. It passes the kid test. I don't think there's too many parts. We kind of talked about Granny's rating. There might be some dark elements, but it kind of plays off of it. You know, like let's have fun over here. Kind of skips over it. So it's pretty well done and good taste in that way. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. They love this universe. They've got the comic books. They'll get them. We like to go to a library and get the newest edition or volume and all that stuff. So obviously it goes without saying, if they're big fans already, they do it justice. They've said as much. They were like, I'm going to take this home. They, at any chance, will watch this one. All right, well, that's the kid test, but we got to get to our rating. So Seth, I'm going to ask you the question for Dogman. Again, I have to say, space in the middle, Dogman. There's other movies together. I just want to give that a clear warning. Make sure you put that space in there. Not family friendly. Dog, space, man. How are you going to rate it? Are you going to take it home? Are you going to watch it at grandma's? Or are you going to hide it in the attic?
All right. So I kind of went back and forth on this one, to be honest. But with the emotional scenes and with the humor, I will watch this at grandma's.
Very nice. I'm kind of along the same lines with you. I feel a little bit relieved because I talk how much my kids love this movie. And I think for kids, it's probably going to be in their wheelhouse of that type of humor. Like I talked about, it's very fast paced. It's this kind of generation, this younger children, whatever I'm trying to say. But as an adult, I think you can appreciate it, but if it doesn't hit for you, I could see people not liking this movie. That's the best way I can put it. So I was a little back and forth because is this one I'm going to seek out all the time? Am I going to be like, let's put on Dogman? Probably not, just to be honest. Now, every once in a while, I think it's still going to be a fun ride to go back through. I found myself chuckling at parts. I mentioned a few quotes and scenes where it is done in good taste, like the dog jokes and those types of things. So I'm with you. I'm going to watch this at grandma's. It might be like kind of the middle, lower side because I was like, do I really want to watch this again? It was just a little too much on the really fast boom, 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 boom. It can be overwhelming, but if you're in the right mood, I think it's good. It's just not one I'm going to be watching all the time, if that makes sense.
For me, it was the dark premise. Like, that's the only thing holding it back for me. If it wasn't for that, I pretty much love the rest of the film. So it just took it back a little couple notches, maybe.
Yeah, right. Seeing the demise of Greg, the tennis ball, was that too much for you? Was that?
It was. There's a lot of stuff in this movie that's kind of heavy, and they kind of overlook it with all the humor and everything. And I guess that stuff hits me a little harder at this age I'm at, and I just couldn't give it that take it home.
Yeah. Now, I agree with you right there. There's like other elements of like loneliness. The dog is adjusting now.
Thank you for bringing that out.
Yeah, that's something we didn't really touch on too much. The dark, when we say darker, it's like, it's just heavy. It's more adult, where kids are going to not notice it as much. They're going to be like, oh, dog, man's sad. It's like the house is being, empty and those types of things. As an adult, I think you notice those things more than a child will. So I guess if you like those heavy moments, this is going to be up your alley. For me, I'm like, this doesn't need to be this heavy. Like you said, dial it back a few notches. But there you go, folks. This is, again, a more recent film, but we have another one in the books. This was a lot of fun to consider, a lot different than we're used to covering, but nonetheless, a lot of fun to consider. So before we wrap things up, Seth, why don't you tell the good people where they can find and connect with us?
You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, as well as TikTok at LADX Media. Please email us at movies@grandmashouse@gmail.com and check out our wonderful newsletter and updated Patreon. As always, we are brought to you by movieposters.com, and be sure to use code GRANDMA'sHouse at checkout for up to 15% off.
There you go. All good stuff. Yeah, be sure to follow us. You can support the podcast on Patreon, on the newsletter, like Seth brought out. So the links will be in the description. But if you want to support the podcast, you want to get your voice heard, be sure to drop us a line. We'd love to hear those memories, any kind of requests as well of movies that you would like for us to consider. Well, that's going to do it for our time at Grandma's house, but don't worry, we will be back soon. So in the meantime, remember to be kind and rewind. We'll see you next time.